What's going on, guys? First off the line, 22-23 Panini Noir NBA trading card box. It's going to be, I don't know, this is a higher end product. I think pre-orders are around that 2,000 mark. Aaron, yeah, look at the price. Can we get it down to that 1,500? This is a go big or go home box. 11 cards per pack. 1 pack per box. 1 first offline exclusive framed card numbered to 11. 4 autos, 3 mems, 3 base parallels or inserts per box on average. Looks like I'm sitting out on this one. Yeah, this is I think you need something to do with this. Either you're flipping, you're breaking. I mean, you could rip it. These shoe cards are like the big hit in them. I mean, nice looking cards, but the price point's just really high. Yeah, probably around that 2,000 mark. If we look at where pre-orders are at, last time I checked, it was around 2. For a regular hobby box, around 1,900, 1,800. So yeah, in that like 18 to 2,000 mark. The good thing is that there is some room here. So basketball, could it dip? Maybe. Or it could get bought up by the bigger breakers. We're at 34.60 and 67 cents. Let's see how much we're going down per level. And all you to find how much the levels are going down, you just take the starting out price, that's 3,500. Subtract that by the bottom out price of 1,500. It's 2,000. There's 24 levels in this 2-hour auction. So you go divide 24. $83.33 is what it's going down. Yeah, you guys are probably right around that 2,000 mark. Even if it gets down to 1,500, it's just a tough box. Could you buy something better if you bought something that's not as expensive for the same price if you had, $2,000? Basketball, I don't know. From what I see is we rip basketball even on like release day, but it's mostly football and baseball. The hype's been with football and baseball, and basketball hasn't been as great. Ooh, Aaron, they used to respond to my emails, but in the last couple of months they stopped responding. I don't know, after the National, they changed their protocol, but I think I was reaching out to CS at, was it PaniniAmerica.net? Let me see if that was it. I believe that's the email. but like I'd say within the last year, I had some redemptions that I reached out and I was getting redemptions back in 30 days, and they were switching it out for better players. Yeah, CS. I believe this is it. But yeah, I'm not sure if this email will work anymore. But this is one of the emails that. But I got two redemptions that they're not big redemptions. I just got them because I was trying to get those Mosaic football packs, and they never responded to me. Those redemptions are still out. That's probably like 6 months ago. So, the other thing is, it seems that either people, they're constantly changing departments, because before, someone would reach out and be like, I'm not in this department anymore, like someone that I talked to in the past. So like all the people that I was talking to, either they're not there anymore, or they're not in the department. So that CS customer service email is the one to go for. We're at 33.33. I'm going down $83.33. It's kind of scary now with what's going to happen with Panini. I know there should be a couple of years, but if you got a redemption, is it better? I mean, if they already have it, it's like you want to get your stuff back. But if you have a redemption, do you send it in, or do you sell the card or sell the redemption? It might be better off just selling it, so you don't have to worry that you have a redemption there for. I know that's probably what I would do if I hit a redemption now. I'd probably just sell it and not wait for it. And I guess it depends on who it was too. Southpaw, right? It's a little bit of a higher end product for 11 cards. I guess you're paying around. I mean, hopefully it gets in the teens. I mean, at the very bottom out price, what are you paying? Like $150 to $150 a card. If it did hit the bottom, probably closer to that 200 mark per card. You don't care about. Yeah, so something like that would, it's like, pink out of 20 Garrett Wilson. That seems like a nice card. And then you always gotta. What I did in the past was, I would reach out and just give them the option. Hey, you can switch these cards out for. I usually listed quarterbacks, top wide receivers, running backs, and instead of waiting for someone who hasn't signed anything. And 3 or 4 times they sent some decent stuff, like Justin Jefferson optic, a rated rookie 2020 bronze. They traded that for I think Jamar Chase Prism draft pick, so I was like, that's a score. And then I think it was that, or maybe it was something else. And then another one that we traded. No, that was for a Najee Harris paper auto. And then I traded that Prism draft auto of Jamar Chase 2021 for a Jalen Hurts contender optic auto. So I think that's another reason why I got my stuff, because I said, hey, I don't mind you trading these out for other cards. I don't want to wait for someone who's not going to sign. And then I'd name off like 10, of course, like the top guys. For that Najee Harris, I did mostly running backs and like wide receivers. And then I think they sent me that. What else they sent me? A Gabriel Davis, rookie, Obsidian. But yeah, that's another way to go about it. But then they pick, right? So if you had something like super, I think my buddy had a Kobe redemption, and they did not fulfill it with a Kobe auto, and they gave him something else, and he was waiting for like 2 years. So something like that there, I'd be very frustrated if, where, yeah, I want if it's a big card, you want that card. We're at 32.50. Yeah, send emails. Who knows? Even if you send an email a week, maybe someone will respond. I definitely think that's like if you keep responding and try to, maybe even call. I don't have a phone number for them, but if you bug them enough time, it seems that it's small. Like the people who run that stuff, they're like, hey, let's just take care of this person. They're emailing every single week. They're trying to call. And they'll be like, hey, we're just going to take care of you. We're going to get you something good. But if it's something that you want, totally understand. Yeah, those, Kevin, sneaker spotlights are the big hits in these right here. And for this, man, I'd probably say around that 2,000 mark. Could it dip a little bit? The good thing on this Dutch auction, they're giving us some room from where all the pre-orders are at. So if it does start dipping in the teens, we're starting to get value compared to where the pre-order prices are at, between like 1,800 and 2,000. But even that there, it seems, well, it just depends on what you are going to be doing with this. But really nice looking cards. I like this pink hero right here. But the price point should still be lower. We're 18 minutes in for first off the line, 22-23. Panini Noir NBA trading card box. We're at 32.50. happening? My computer just froze up. Can't move anything on it. Oh, there we go. It's back. Go here. All right. 32:50. 19 minutes in. We don't got nothing else on the books for Panini. Did anyone buy any of those WNBA premium sets? I didn't even go live. I know I probably should have went live, but I was like, I'm not. I'm not going to be doing that for 2 hours. See if we got anything else. Bowman Chrome U came out this week. Topps update. Select baseball. So yeah, that looks like the only thing is. Yeah, nothing else on for next week so far. We still got some football coming. This is the one I want to see. Is Donruss football. You got the downtowns. I was scared that we weren't going to see Donruss. I really wish you got 2 autos in these. So you get 10 cards per pack, 18 packs per box, 1 auto, 1 mem, 18 rated rookies, 12 parallels, 42 inserts, and 1 base rookie, no name parallel, 5 base rookie, equestrious test parallels per box. That's what we want to hit. We want to hit a downtown in these. Got 31.66 and 67 cents. With it being a little bit higher end, this could sell at a little bit higher. If we're looking at 83 times 6, that'd be 500. So at the 30-minute mark before the bottom out price would be at $2,000. So it's kind of lined up right where pre-orders are at the last 30 minutes. So could it dip a little bit? Do you start seeing value if it does get into the teens? I think it all depends on what you're doing. Are you ripping, flipping, breaking, or holding? Definitely don't think you'd want to be holding this product. Probably want to rip it. If you're ripping, I mean, that's a big go home, go big or go home back. A little bit of a gamble here, $2,000 gamble. But if you're breaking or flipping, you'd probably want to get rid of these as fast as possible, just so there's no chance of them to dip. bubble here. For 22-23 Panini Noir NBA trading card box. I mean, another good thing, these are on-card autos. We're looking at, we got Spotlight signatures, decent draft class, Bencaro, Chet, Murray, Sharp, Smith Jr., Jalen Williams, Jaden Hardy. See some of the other autos that we can hit. You got Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, Tatum. So some decent names in there, but at this price. But yeah, like I think it needs to get close to that 1,500. Could it get down to 17? Yeah, we're at $3,083.33. So in 30 minutes mark, we'll be at $3,000 going down. $83.33. Another thing we got to think about is tax. With this being a big purchase, the tax is like a couple levels, right? What's going on? You need a hug. What's going on?
You gotta be with me.
All right. Well, I'm doing something right now. Okay.
You're not gonna be with me.
What are you watching?
I'm gonna need you.
Here, give me a hug. Oh, you okay? All right. Let me go help you. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. That's what it's all about. That's right, Steve. All she wanted was a little huggy. And then she was good. Let's see here. YouTube. Where we at? $3,000 right now with 30 minutes in. Looking at first off the line 22-23 Panini Noir NBA basketball hobby box. Why does it show just that? Let me see why. I am back. Let's see if that's not it. Here we go. Say okay. We're back. Yeah, my computer's. I think I need to do a restart after this. There's some funky stuff going on with my computer. First off the line. There we go. All right, we're at $3,000. This is a big box here. Pre-orders are around $1,800 to $2,000. Sneaker Spotlight signatures. Those are the big ones that we want to hit. When we get down to the last 30 minutes, we should be at that 2,000 mark, going down $83.33. Do you see some value at that like 1,700 mark? Maybe. This is a 2-hour Dutch auction. We go live for all the Dutch auctions. We did not go live for the WNBA premium set. I just figured that was going to bottom out, and I mean it could have been a fun auction, but I did that last auction. I think that did bottom out. This one here, just make sure that will stay up. Let's see what these prices are. Let's see if there are any prices sold already for on eBay. A lot of times if you're buying pre-orders like a month out, you can find some good deals. If you're buying cases too. Let's go 22, 23. Let's see, you can buy 4 boxes per case, 4 boxes per transaction. basketball's just been tough this year. So you don't want to overbuy. And there's probably safer things because with something like this here, you're looking at 11 cards per box. I mean, even if you're doing a break, it's an expensive break just for one box. You're not getting a lot of cards unless you're going to do like some kind of a mixer. I don't see any pre-orders. Let's see what last year's stuff was selling for. That's the other thing. If you're going to rip it, what are the big hits going for singles? That's 21, 22. Spotlight signature. Oh, Joe, awesome, man. Yeah, hobby. Yeah, talking shop. Even if you're buying it, a lot of times, a lot of the stuff hasn't been making sense lately, and that's okay. But sometimes you'll find something, or you really want a product, and it's fun to talk about. Talk about sports cards and sports, and you just email them. I love it. Panini, get back to us about our redemptions. You can submit it. Okay, cool. Request for. All right, so hopefully someone's watching that. I mean, yeah, I think if you just keep, let's just say once a week you send an email. That's what I was doing, and finally, they never responded to me, but they just they completed the redemption with something. And depending on what redemptions you have, like I said, you give them an option like, hey, I would be okay for the replacement for these players here, and try to go up a little bit, and who knows, maybe they will suggest Steph Curry auto or some craziness. You're like, okay, I'll take that. Nothing wrong with asking, especially since their stuff has been taking a long time. Okay, yeah. I mean, an email, it doesn't take that long to write, and hopefully someone will see it and like, okay, this guy really wants his stuff. Hey, what's going on?
Can you give me more chocolate?
You want me to go get you some more? Okay, I got you. All right. Be right back. We're at $29.16 and 67 cents. All right, I'll be right back. $28.33 and 33 cents. 42 minutes, and we were looking at, this is what, 21, 22. So here's a Kate Cunningham for 800. That's to 99. Paul Pierce 338 for one of the spotlight sneaker spotlights. No auto for Luca. This is a 20 Zion Williams 861 auto. I bet that used to be worth a lot of money. It's a 49. So if you're hitting something, a low numbered, you can definitely hit something big, but there's probably only a couple players that can do that with. Magic Johnson, crazy that it's only $131 for Magic Johnson. I mean, he signs a lot, right? Giannis to 99, 540. We got here Trey Young. Even at 1,700, like 1,700, it's. I almost think that you need it. Even at 1,500, I think there's some risk there. Now, if you got the clientele or people breaking, or people who are going to buy this, that's different. But if you don't, there's a little bit of a risk. We got here. This is to what, 25. Luca, $1,000 to 25. It's almost like you got to hit something under 25 to get your money back. So does that make sense? If you're gonna rip this open, this would be a very stressful rip. I think I'd rather buy multiple boxes of something else, or a bunch of different products. Probably go with football, some kind of football product. We got here 1920 Steph Curry auto 1600. Even the top names, it's 21. Yeah, if you're ripping, like, does it make sense? Can you get your money back? Can you even just break even, or do you have to hit? I mean, some of these boxes, the top card, maybe it's not like a 101, but let's say it's out of 99, something that you got a decent chance of hitting. It doesn't even cover the box price. So you really have to hit one of those big, low numbered, 25 or less, and then you might, like a Bancaro. What are we looking at for something like this here? Maybe a couple $1,000 for 99, probably even less than that. We're at 27.50 with 46 minutes into the auction, 14 minutes from the first hour being over. But that's something else that you got to look at. Of course, that if you do hit that one big card, that 101 out of 5, out of 10, out of 25, you're like, oh, okay, I'm sitting pretty. But on the flip side, you could get that box where you're like, who are these guys? 11 cards, 1 pack per box. First offline exclusive is a gold frame card, number 211. So, if you hit a rookie there, who do we got? We got Chet, Bankero, Murray, Sharp, Smith Jr., Jalen Williams, Jaden Hardy. We got Ivy. But yeah, once you start breaking down the comps on some of this stuff, is it better just to buy singles if you are going to rip it? He's being these might be a little hard to grade too if you're going that route with the black border and gold border. Sick looking cards. Kind of reminds me of like the Panini Black, but just a little higher. That's why, like, on some of these boxes, like Bowman Chrome U is at a decent price point between like 120 and 150, where you can rip a box, get 2 autos. There's some big names that if you hit them, even if you get like Shador Sanders, I think the 399 is selling for like $100. So not even like a low number, not even an auto card. It's like if you hit that, you're paying for the box, and you're probably gonna hit some other stuff. Like that's where prices should be a little bit cheaper, around that $100-$200 mark. Maybe the high end product at $500, $1,000. I say $1,000. I think just because we're conditioned, because we've been used to, oh man, this product's $5,000. It's a $2,500 box. I mean, really, it should be maybe a $500 box, like the high end stuff. And then you really have a chance to hit something big. 27.50. Got a minute before we go down another level. We'll be 10 minutes away from the first hour. $2,666.67. I haven't been checking for high volume yet. I'll do that in 10 minutes. Did it bottom out? I decided that I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, man, it's gonna bottom out. How many people are gonna be interested in those? What are those going for? A premium set. Yeah, 440, 420. What was the bottom out price for those? Was it 250? I only see two cells. Not a lot of volume. I'd be scared that I would get stuck with it. Then I'd have to rip it open. Like, I can't even name which this is my bad, but I can't name a WNBA player. And I live in Las Vegas, where the defending champs. But I was looking at tickets to WNBA games. They're really cheap. $4.99. Yeah, a couple have sold for around $400, but not a lot of volume. I'm seeing. Yeah, 99 sets. Yeah, 250. It's not like a big amount, so it's not like you're shelling out a bunch of money. So buying one or two of those, and then even if you're sitting on it, you could sell it for even $350, $400. $420. So the boxes are cheap, $100. $110. $26.66. Let me get into my account here. We'll start checking for high volume. Yep, down. Yeah, they were $250. I'll go. Did you grab any? Alright, so we're ready to rock and roll there. We were looking at the first off the line 22-23 Panini Noir NBA trading card box. We're going down $83.33 per level. 30 minutes from when the auction would bottom out, we'll be at $2,000. So we'll be at what? We should be top of the hour. We should be at what, 2,500. Until we start seeing some high volume, a little above that 2,000 mark. Or does it just keep going down? So what Shador Sanders autos are going for? Sold for 300? No way. That's insane. To 150. Took an offer. 257. And I guess they just photo. Did you guys see that? Where this is of his old school? That's the old school's logo right here. 350. 237. Man, that's crazy that Onyx is going for 237. See, this is, I mean, the box is what, $120, $150, and just a base auto is going for $300 to $400. Well, tops now, interesting. Would have been a good pickup. And of course, you got all the other Bo Nix, Drake May, Caleb Williams, even though that's not his Bowman first. All right, we're at $25.83 and 33 cents. Crazy. A printing plate 101 street signs, $40. 2 out of 7, $42. Let's see here, $50 for a base. I really love the design. Excuse me. Allergies are bad this week. At a 150, 200. Yeah, stuff isn't that expensive. Yeah, this is a decent box to buy, even at 150. I mean, there's so many big names. I think Bowman Chromeo is slowly picking up with the Bowman first. Look at like next year, like this year, you got Caleb Williams in it, but his Bowman first is of last year. So when the draft comes around this next year, do we see both of them pick up with him being in it? All right, 2 minutes until we get to that $2,500 mark. I'm gonna check for high volume. In this next minute, to see, is this going to sell out a little bit higher, or are we going to get down to that 30-minute mark? $25.83 and 33 cents. Let's see. In high volume, I'm talking about when you click on the buy now button. If a lot of traffic's going through this button, a little pop-up will show up right in the middle of the screen that say high volume alert. Now, you don't always got to go through that way. I mean, the first time you have to go if it's not in your cart. So the best thing to do is do it now. Is add how many you would like, then go through buy now, and then you have it in your shopping cart. Then you can just go straight to the shopping cart and check out. Let's see if we get any issues. Checking out. Yeah, I'm getting right in at 2,500. So we're 30 minutes away from that $2,000 mark. 2,000 on the high side of pre-orders for a regular hobby box. At still with tax, $200 in taxes, so that's another thing you gotta think about. If you're buying, you're looking at 200 in tax, so that's 2 more levels above what you'd buy it at, or actually, yeah, about 2 to 3 levels depending on, about 2.5 levels. $25 hundo. I mean, do we see high volume in the next 30 minutes, or does it get all the way down? Yeah, South Bar. I agree. Even at the bottom out price, it's risky. Depending on what you're gonna do, because you'll still be looking at what with tax. Let's say what, $150. So $1,650. Is there enough room there to flip? I think you got to be. I mean, for something like this is the best. Like, you got to have a clientele to break. people who want to open this high-end product. But yeah, it's one of those products where you're like, I'll watch. Because at this price, you can probably, there's probably stuff that you can do better with. Instead of one box, you could buy, multiple boxes. Or if you're thinking like the Bowman Chrome U, you could buy a lot for that price. Yeah, for a breaker, like something like this here, it's definitely more for a breaker. I mean, people do dome these, but a breaker, you do 30 spot. Let's say you're doing a case, right? So you're getting 44 cards, or something like that there, where you're gonna hit some stuff, but it's risky if you're ripping it yourself. At these prices, I would rip something cheaper and buy multiple boxes, or look at something for a case or a half case. You're probably not necessarily you'll do better, but I mean, you never know when you open this stuff. A little bit of a risk. And it's basketball. I haven't been super high on basketball. It's been tough. Maybe with basketball gonna start here soon. Does it pick up? I'd probably say the last couple of years, basketball. As you see, the retail sits. Even like the Prism. I think retail stuff, they just don't have any hits. Like there's stuff that you can hit, but there's no like guaranteed. We don't have downtowns. But it's crazy when you see like Prism or Optic just sitting anywhere you go of basketball. So basketball has it. Like I probably rip more. Football and baseball go back and forth when people are buying things. It's depending on what is coming out. Like yesterday, we ripped a lot of baseball and football. I don't see what else did we rip. We were ripping a lot of Mosaic football and Pristine baseball. That Pristine baseball is nice. You get 3 autos and 6 packs per box. With those tri-packs, you get a slab or not a slab, a top loader in every box. It's funny because sometimes they will top, or a one-touch. They'll one-touch a base card. You're like, why are you putting a base card in here? 24, 16, and 67 cents. Let's see if we get any high volume actions here. Yep, no issues. Like when Mosaic basketball came out, we started out ripping a lot of it, but it slowed down within probably like a week. And those hobby boxes are at decent prices for around like $300. You thinking 2100? Let's see. Does it sell out a little bit higher than? Because we gotta look at a couple things. Where pre-orders are at 18 to 2,000 mark. Where can a big buyer or buyers buy it at? Like something like this here. I would say the majority of the general public are not buying this kind of stuff. Where it's just the price point is just too high. So you're looking at either big breakers or big retailers online going in to buy all this. So they could buy it at a higher price because they can sit on this, or their margins are higher with them breaking it. So with that said, it really could sell out higher But with it being basketball, it definitely could dip under that 1800 mark on the low end of pre-orders. I believe that's on eBay or a regular hobby box. You're just getting one first offline exclusive number 211 gold frame card. $52 minutes away from that bottom out price. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're on our way to 2,500 subscribers. Just like Joe was saying, we do all these first off the line Dutch auctions. Well, any type of Dutch auction streams. We talk shop, even if we're not interested, but it's a good time to talk shop. See, should we buy this? Should we not buy it? We've done a couple tops Dutch auctions. They've only had 2. Yeah, a lot of times, Southpaw, if this dips, then they have to adjust the regular price. Now, it goes both ways. When these sell out higher, we have seen the regular hobby boxes go up. We've also seen some strange things where, like an online retailer, either they'll pull their product, let's say they got a pre-order price, and they will pull it and wait and see where this here will end. We've also seen where an online retailer raises their price and then these here sell out high. So if you're watching that kind of stuff, it's interesting to see why stuff is moving and where stuff sells out. If let's say this did dip down to 1,500 and the regular hobby boxes are going for 18, there's no way you could sell that for more because you got that first off the line exclusive card. So the people who have the pre-orders or Panini, they almost need this to be higher, and you want this higher. So that's where you got to look at, depending on what you're holding for stock. If you're holding a bunch of pre-orders for regular, you want this to sell out high, and then that price should follow. Doesn't always happen, but yeah, this here definitely can dictate the price after this Dutch auction ends. And that pre-order price is I think it's a good price point to kind of gauge, okay, this is where the pre-orders are at. Where should we be looking? If we start getting close to the pre-order price, I start to think, okay, we're starting to see value because we're getting these extra first off the line exclusives. Now, sometimes exclusives don't make sense. You're like, that's not really I'd rather just go buy a hobby box. So it is good to see what the pre-order prices are, what they were 30 days ago. And even if you're looking back of, okay, these prices dip, because we've been seeing these products like pre-orders, not just in basketball but in football too, where, for instance, like Panini Black was up to 450 pre-orders, I think all the way up to like 470. On release day, they dropped, a couple online retailers dropped those below 400. So you have this big discrepancy of, and then you look at Panini, will drop it a lot of times below where pre-orders are at. So you definitely got to gauge, does this make sense? If they drop the prices too much in the first off the line price you bought way up here, people may not see that value of, if the regular hobby box is way down here, but you got the first off the line prices up here. Now you have these choices like, well, I'll just go with a regular hobby box, or I'll buy into a regular hobby box break because it's half the price. We're at 23, 33, and 33 cents. But yeah, these auctions can dictate, and that's why we see where, let's say, like it feels like no one's buying, there's no high volume, and all of a sudden it just sells out. I think that's where someone comes in, or maybe multiple buyers, just say, hey, we're just going to buy it at this price. We're going to buy it all. Either a breaker or an online retailer, that they can hold on to this and they can put it at a high price, and they will sell it because they're either breaking in volume or they're selling boxes in volumes. No issue with the high volume at this level. We got 46 minutes. Right. So yeah, like when we think of like it's getting pulled, which I think what happens is someone says, hey, I want these boxes at this price. Like they could say, if this gets down to $2,000, I'm going to buy every box you have. And maybe they don't have to go through the process we have to. They're talking to the Panini rep and say, I want every case you have at $2,000. And if it gets there, that's where sometimes these Dutch auctions are like, man, that just sold out super high. And then you look at the secondary market, there's no sales, there's nothing out there. You're like, where's all these boxes at? Who bought them all? I think usually it could be one buyer or a couple buyers coming together. Could be breakers, could be online retailers saying, we're just going to buy it all here. We see the value in it. And some shops are able to do that where they can just buy everything and they can hold on to it, and then they can distribute it to other shops or breakers saying, hey, well, I have it at this price. Right, yeah, like a blowout. Yeah, we're still seeing like these big guys who can buy not multiple, like they can just say, I want to buy everything at this price. So a lot of times you got the general public price where we're thinking this is where we need it, and then you got the big buyers who can buy it at a higher price because their margins are higher. Backdoor, right. Yeah, there's definitely some of that going on where when you see pre-orders at a super high price, and then on release day it drops $100, you're just like, well, why didn't you have those pre-order prices at that price before? It'll drop, and a lot of times it could be one or two shops doing that, and that, like you said, it totally changes the market, and then everyone has to adjust. And depending on where you are getting your boxes at, you're like, man, you might be selling for a loss, or you're like, man, especially with basketball, you want to sell this stuff fast. You don't want to get stuck with inventory, and then something else comes out, and then no one wants the product. And then of course the prices go down on some of this stuff. I mean, it goes both ways. If it's hot, you'll see, okay, it dips, and then it gets, the scarcity, like you see that with some of the football stuff or baseball, where it floods the market when it releases, price dips, now no one has it, the price goes up. And then those juice boxes, right? Where you're like, why are you hitting all these top names, these big cards? It's definitely possible. That stuff could happen. If you look at like Kickstarter projects for like TCG, and a lot of them, they'll have certain like God boxes, or every pack is an insert or some kind of foil. If you can do it there, you can definitely do it in, I guess, any manufacturing of cards. And throughout time, we've seen like, okay, I mean, even today there's certain boxes, like if you open stuff, you're like, oh, the autos are here, or the hits here. I don't know if there's any way to, I guess there's a way that you could mix that up. Or you'll see, like, you open one pack, like yesterday I opened like 2 packs back to back of Topps Update. They were the same pack, the same cards in it. You're like, what? You're like, I just did this pack. Yeah, I mean, San Francisco's, like, I'd have to say they're probably like the top team out there, right? And Purdy's been doing all the right things, so I think his stuff should keep going up. I haven't looked like at a lot of it, but they keep winning. There's hype behind it, and he stays healthy. He's in a good offense, and he's every single game he's winning. They are winning, and he's a big part of that offense. Great story too. It's definitely good for the hobby. Keeper this year. Yeah, it's like, if you're ripping one box compared to cases, and then you're like, are they juiced? Are they not juiced? It's like, man, you guys always hitting these big cards. Or when you see a bounty, and then it's a big breaker who hits it, you're like, I don't know. Hobby News, what's going on? What's good? Blackbeard, what's up? We got the crew coming in today. I like it. We got all the boys coming in. Oh, did you? Nice. Yeah, Purdy. Yeah, he. And I think coming up, they just beat Cowboys. I haven't looked at they play the Eagles. That's going to be a big game. The Seattle game, those games usually they play each other really tough. It's going to be a tough game for Seattle, but I think Seattle's defense is coming together. If everyone can stay healthy on that. They play Seattle. They play, I think, on Thanksgiving, and then they both play someone else, and then they play San Francisco again. So San Francisco, Seattle play twice in 3 weeks. We're at 21.66 and 67 cents. Yeah, this is a this is a go big go home product. I think this is more for breakers like you, Blackbeard. You could put this in one of your mixers. Yeah, probably pick it right now. You can probably find some discounts on them. Some people are high on them, some people are not. But yeah, if they can find ways to win the big boy boxes, right? I want a couple of those big boy boxes. We'll stick to retail blasters. There we go. For this price, we can get what, probably three cases, 3 to 4 cases of some nice retail, some mosaic. And opening, because these type of boxes, they go quick, right? There's only 11 cards. If you bought 3 or 4 cases of, let's say, mosaic football, you're gonna have some fun opening all those blasters. Nice. Yeah, sparkles are nice. You were retail. How much would these blasters be? They'd be like 200. And how many cards would you get? Would you get like one card? Do a little HTA Noir action. You get one card, $300. You got a bunch of mosaic NFL today. Sweet. Yeah, I bought megas. I haven't really bought any blasters. But the good thing is, in both of those, you can get the razzle dazzle, the kaleidoscopes, micro mosaic, stained glass, chances at autos. You got some number cards under 25. So having all that stuff in there is nice. It'd be nice to have a guaranteed auto. It's going to be good when we get to the Donruss football, because those megas are going to have a guaranteed auto, chances of downtowns. It seems that those mosaic, there's a lot. But I would say they'll probably dry out and probably go up to, I don't know, like $80-$90 if you can't hold on to them. I left a bunch of those. Yeah, the stores around me haven't checked in like a week. I bought my stuff online. Sold a couple boxes like last week. No one can name. Right, we were just talking about that, about the WNBA premium set, and like, I don't know anyone on the Las Vegas Aces, and they're the world champions. Their tickets are super cheap. I think you get a ticket for like $45. I think that might be the cheapest seat to go to the finals. Yeah, definitely probably cashing in on some of this retail product. Yeah, they've been pushing it. I haven't opened any of it. I had one guy come in and buy a box, but he says he goes down and gets all the autographs from all the players. He says the one nice thing about WNBA players is that they'll all talk to you and they will all autograph your stuff, compared to football or basketball, baseball. It's a little bit harder. Let's see, what do we got? All right, we're gonna be at the $2,000 mark in 4 minutes. Ooh, I have to look at it, man. It seemed like there was like a little scratch on it, but yeah, that pretty stoked about that. I don't have it on me; it's downstairs, but that Anthony Vlope, that's out of a Mitchell and Ness pack with those hats. That you buy the hat and you got the pack. So I was like, yes. When I saw the red, I was looking for the rookie sign. I'm like, I'll take it. And my buddy's a big Yankee fan. I said, hey, is this guy any good? He's like, where did you get that at? Lit, what's going on? Yeah, it has Curry in it. A decent checklist. Well, where's this price gonna fall? Is it gonna? It's still it's a big ticket item. Basketball at this price is it's scary. I don't think we get down to 1,500 because it could go both ways. We're saying it could sell out close to that 2,000 mark because we're getting to the pre-order prices, or it could get down to that 17, 16. Yeah, where pre-orders are at. Like we were right there too. So this next one I think we'll see if we start getting high volume, it probably could sell out at any time. But yeah, those are nice cards. Uh, I kind of want to go back and buy some more hats. the what this the lids that I went to. He's like, they gave me more packs than hats. I'm like, what are you gonna do with them? Do you want to sell them? He's like, no, I'm gonna give them to another store that needs them. I'm like, I will buy them. Oh, really? See, that's cool. Like, yeah, if it's just different levels. Like if oh, really? Shaq wasn't nice. What was Shaq doing? He always comes off like he's super nice. We did a thing with Shadow at 2000. Let me check to see where if we're getting high volume. All right, getting high volume at 2000. This is right where like the top half of where pre-orders are at. All right, finally getting in. I only got high volume once, so but we are in those pre-order prices. Getting where it really could sell out at any point. Let's see if we get it again. Oh, I'm getting high volume again. Yeah, I really could sell it any time now. We are 29 minutes away. All right, I'm getting in again. We're going down $83.33. They have his whole entourage with him. Only players were allowed to pass me. To fight with him, but only one who was giving me issues. Yeah, that's tough. Where it's like, you're just trying to do your job. I did I did this for All-Star Weekend here in Las Vegas, and it was like I think Snoop Dogg was there, a bunch of comedians, and I don't know what rapper it was, but he came up with like 30 people, and he wanted to go backstage, and I'm like, you can come, but these guys can't. And same kind of thing. I was just like, they're like, well, we are coming back there, no matter what you do. And I'm like, hey man, I'm just trying to do my job, dude. I'm like, if you show me the pass, because he had like 30 people And then he shows me a gun, and he's like, "We're gonna come back there." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I called the promoter, and then he came back. Yeah, just let them all through. I was like, "Okay, you guys are all good." Just like you need a pass to come backstage. But yeah, I didn't know who he was. He just had a bunch of diamonds and like 30, 40 people with him. Like, I can't let you guys back here. But Shaq did do something. He came to Zappos and he did some like Christmas thing where he's giving away all these like free pairs of shoes that we did a event with him, which he was pretty cool then, but yeah, when they got 30, 40, 50 people with them, and sometimes these spaces are small, you know, behind like backstages or where they do interviews and stuff. We're at $2,000. Is it sold out? Did it sell out? Right on the money. Ossholic, what's going on? Out of stock. $2,000 on the right there where we were thinking. Out of stock. First off the line, 22-23 Panini Noir NBA trading card box, $2,000. Sold out. Let's see, we got nothing else on the agenda for next week, but we'll have to see. Because what's today's Thursday, so they can still update this. Let's see, what do we got? The National Treasures NBA coming out. Origins should be a first off the line. A lot of the football stuff has got pushed back. We got Origins WNBA. That'll probably be a first off the line. Collegiate football, that should be first off the line. Donners doesn't usually do first off the lines. We got hoops. I don't know, did they do what's this here? Prime Racing. National Treasures Collegiate Football. Prism Draft Pick. Look at that. Panini didn't they didn't overcharge for their blasters. $30. Alright, we got some things coming up. Nothing for first off the line or Dutch auctions, but we'll have to see tomorrow what if they're gonna add anything for next week. Thank you for hanging out. Matrix Sports Cards. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, please. And I will talk to you guys later.